Today's video, I'm going to share with you how I use Property24 to create leads coming into my inbox, right? The second thing I'm going to do is share with you how when I am on Property24, some of the things that I look out that helps me in terms of looking for property that I could use as a property investing opportunity. What is it that I actually scroll around looking for? So without much ado, let's hop over onto my laptop. Now I am on my laptop in Property24. When I'm on Property24, you can either click on sign up, okay, if you haven't registered before, or you could then click on login. So if you haven't registered, you put in your email address, create a password, and click on register and go through the registration process. However, I am already registered on Property24, so I'll just be able to go in with the details that I'm usually registered with, okay? I mean, not usually registered with, that I am registered with, and I'll be able to click quickly on sign in. When I'm on sign in, let's mosey along here on the right hand side. I then go to where my email address is, and then just under that I've got, as you can see, manage alerts or save searches. What I will then do is I could click on manage alerts. Here I can then add an alert. So this is what it looks like if you've got saved alerts already, and you can see that my saved alerts go way back into when. So here I will be able to say, what is the area that I am interested in that I want to get notified from Property24 when something happens? I then will go in to say, let's say Midrand, okay, because I know that Midrand is far from me. It's not part of my area of interest. I go in, I select house, apartment, flat, and townhouse. The reason I select these three property types is because I predominantly work in that space, and therefore I don't want to see stuff or be alerted for stuff that I'm not really interested in. The only filter, me as a person personally, that I use is the maximum price, because I know oftentimes within the property wholesaling space, what happens is most people do not want to pay a lot of money, because some people assume if I go for a property of $1 million, I'm going to get paid a whole lot more. However, what I have found in my experience since doing this, and this is since December 2016, is that a lot of the money is actually made $500,000 and below. That is my personal view and my personal experience. So therefore, I'm going to select on 500,000, and then I'm simply going to click add alert. What this will do is I'm able to say, do I get a push notification? Do I get an email, or don't I want to get an email? And I'm able to select that information there, right? So what will happen is that anytime a property within Midrand, for this particular example, that falls under these three categories that are less than 500,000, the moment this is posted on Property24, I get a notification. So I trust that, just creating a simple profile, clicking on that notification bell will be able to assist you in looking at properties in the space of, like, for example, with me, the maximum price is 500,000. So anything that is posted less than 500,000, I will get a notification. Now, what I want to show you quickly is when you are in Property24, so many of us, and now I was guilty. I was so guilty of this, right? And ever so now and again, when I'm having a bit of an iffy day, I'm still guilty, right? So I want to show you a very, very quick trick that if you're just starting out and you wanting to say, you know what, I haven't really explored Property24, or I've explored Property24 and I've gotten lost in my own thoughts. Here's a pro tip for you. So say, for example, again, on Midrand, right? We're going to click on for sale. We're going to go in here and type Midrand Gauteng, property type, like I said to you, these first three. I don't now, at this point, when I'm searching something, right, I do not put any filters in. And all I simply do is click on search. Now, there's two very keen, I really want you to pay attention to this one, right? When you are in an area that is huge, I need you to zone in on the area that is like totally of interest to you. So if you are in Midrand and you are totally like, I know factually, maybe in Warner Valley, this is my area. If you find that you got an area that's huge and it comes up with all of these different suburbs, go in and drill down in on that one suburb that you are interested in, right? My pro tip is not that yet. That is just by the way, along the way as I've gone. The second thing I need you to do, you see on the left-hand side, it says order by. Click on the drop down, and then I want you to say most recent. Not because we are interested in the most recent, right? I want you to go straight to the bottom, and then I want you to go to the very, very last page. And in this example, it is on page 10. Then I want you to scroll down just a tad bit more so that you can actually see what is the last property. And you know why I say this is a pro tip? Because most recent will tell you something that has been put onto the market like as soon as today, right? But when you go to the last one, that is the oldest on the page, you'll be able to go into this particular property, scroll down just a tad, right? And then you start seeing, well, was the listing date really the 27th of August 2018? And this is what you're going to do with it. You are going to call the agent anyway, right? Please contact agent for more details. Now, this is what I want you to think about, right? The reason I say to you, go to this oldest one, because you're going to call the real estate agent, find out, can you make an appointment, go and view the property. And now you're going to start wondering, why is this particular property on the market for so long? You're going to engage the real estate agent. And by engaging the real estate agent, you're really just wanting to pick up, have there been offers on this particular property before? If there were offers, why were they not successful? Because that's what I have found in the past opens up a whole new can of worms. In fact, in a recent deal, what I heard from the agent, she said to me, well, there were 2 offers that were put through, and because of the addition to the property, there is no approved plans. Therefore, the bank declined it. The bank is not willing to finance this particular property because there's no plans. Just listen to that. There's no plans for the additional parts of the property. And that for me then took me into a space like, oh, okay. Now this is interesting. Solution mode kicked in. And when solution mode kicked in, I was able to address what the situation, what the problems were at that particular point. And this is what happens in property investing. You become a solution driver, so to speak. That's my new word. I think that's my new word. You become somebody that looks for solutions. Because when I was able to suggest on the table in my suspensive conditions that, you know what, this additional part, could we get a draftsman and I was able to tap into my pool of people that I know. We got a draftsman and we said, okay, what does it actually look like? And with those different costs that it would have incurred, I was able to further negotiate this particular property down so that things can go through the right way. But every property is different. Every solution may be solutioning, maybe no plans, but remember, it's very, very different. So handle things with care. So I trust that in this way of creating a profile on Property24, setting up the alerts, and then a pro tip of when you are navigating the actual website, go click on the recent so that you can go to the oldest and start understanding what solution can you bring into that property investing potential opportunity. I'm not saying everyone is an opportunity, but I'm telling you there is a huge potential. And these are the 2 ways I use Property24. Well, not only subject to 2, but 2 that I'm sharing within this particular video. Awesome. I trust that was informative for you. And if you like training like this particular short video that I've done,
Down in the link below, I've got a 3-hour free training on my website. Or alternatively, I will put up a playlist right here called Getting Started in Property Investing. So where will I see you? Over in the playlist or down in the training that is free that leads onto my website. Happy learning!